This is Alibaba on the 5-minute time frame. Here are your price targets for Tuesday. We ended the day at $166.31, up a whopping 10.17%. This is where we landed. To the north side takes us to 2 standard deviations and 1 level of resistance and a potential take profit area at roughly 172.88. Above that, at another potential take profit area, 177.33, and at 4 standard deviations and also resistance, that is 181.60. I do not anticipate we get to this level, but if we do, thanks to a wick, it will sell off. Now to the south side, the middle of the trend and the baseline takes us to 164.33. That basically lines up with VWAP. To the south side of that, this gap forms at 157.46 for a pullback, another level of support and another potential buy-in area, 156.28. -3 SD, 151.95, and this gap closes to the south side at 150.90. That's another buy signal as well. And at -4 standard deviations, I don't think we'll get to that level on Tuesday, but down the road, we have many landmines to talk about. And that will take us to 147.74, another potential buy-in area. So, I enabled VWAP just so that you can see. This is the upper channel, the middle of the trend here, and the lower channel. So this is support. This is where price rests, and we are at resistance on VWAP. So when I talk about many levels of support and resistance in between 2 and -2, enable your VWAP, draw your trend lines, your patterns, whatever you play, Bollinger Bands, whatever you are comfortable with. Now, I drew out some gaps a while ago, and I have not cleaned it up. So this took us to 151.07. This took us down to, closed right there, roughly 146.73. I am a shareholder, and I have some at 146.23, it looks like. I'll have to go back and look at that. And then we have this gap, and it touched right there on Monday the 12th. So it took a long time to get here. So congrats if you played the long game, and it hit at 160.71. What else do I need to clean up? Here. That took us down to 157.62, and this gap took us down to 153.86. Oh, and I have one more. All right, a gazillion gaps. I have not gone through and cleaned up this chart in so long. That one took us to 163.05, and then there was a meltdown. Okay, while I'm here, let's just delete this. Yeah, I could have sold out at the 52-week high of 192, and that's what happens. You get burned. There's always a pullback. I don't care what ticker it is. SoFi, Palantir, Microsoft, Apple, you name it, they all pull back. This is done here. Yeah, I trade too many things. That's my problem. Then I get super busy, like I'm super busy right now. And look at this. We have these gaps still in play that will take us down to 141.19. And then this one down here to 135.51. And then for the ultimate short, 119.86. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Watch out for that. Okay, now to a ticker. Oh, by the way, the 1-year price target on this puppy, where did it go? $200. I will mark that out. Oops. That's because I need to go forward. 200, where does that take us? Turn off the magnet. $200. I'm going to do this in white because that's my price target, so I remind myself. So $200 is right there. And it looks like It's a long ways off on the daily. Option R. As you can see, I've tracked this a million times. Oh, and we have gaps that'll take us to 65 bucks. Not in the channel, not in the zone, not even close, just something to be aware of. So we are right here at the middle of the trend and hopefully slowly grinding upward. We're still going up and not rolling over yet. Price is not rolling over on the daily just yet. 197. So basically it's 2 standard deviations right here. I don't need to be an analyst to know to figure it out myself. I can't rely on an analyst because I don't follow anybody. Okay. So the next one I want to go over is Oklo. Thanks to Trader Murat for pointing this out. He said that he wanted me to make a video, so I thought I would do that because it's been a while. All right, since I'm on the daily, I'm going to go over this on the daily. And what does the chart tell us? Okay, we're at 102.50, down 2.67%. So back to the middle of the trend, that's all you can hope for right now, will take us to 115.32. Well, I'm not going to mark this out on the daily, but I will mark it. Well, actually, I'll show you how it looks on the daily. Oops. Let's change the color for my new color for 2026. And then I'll show you how it plays. Let's move this so I can see better. See, that's the magnet that you have to be a tick off there. All right, that's the middle of the trend, and now I'll show you how different it looks. All right, we have a pullback that will take us to 97.87. So if you're trying to get in, you might want to wait. That's not too far off. And then after that, $77.88. And what happened here? So I tracked a gap. So we went up, so then it fills to the south side. So that closed on Friday, November the 7th, down to 105. So congrats if you went short. And then this took us down to 93. This landmine touched right here on November the 14th, took us down to 96.03. That's an expected move. And I can't tell. I have to go back to the 5 to look at these. There, I think. Yeah, let's just clean that up while I'm here. All right, it touched. That's an expected move, closed out on Friday, October the 3rd. Okay, so that is no longer in play. And then we continued up. But check that out. If you just looked at this chart, you know intuitively that we were going to pull back. It even lines up nicely with this extension here. All right, what else do I see? So Friday, September 19th, this ticker from here to here ran up 33%. Okay, so Trader Murat and I looked at this because he tells me what to look at, because otherwise I just track the same thing over and over again. So should be the new NVIDIA, Oklo. I'll try to buy under 100. I hope you did. Expect a huge upside on all these other tickers. So I'll have to go back and look at these tickers. I'm not even sure if I did it. Okay, but look at this. We have gaps that will take us to 1176. I think those days may be gone. The 1-year price target is now 120, which represents a 17% return from where we are. And then after that, 175, but to the downside, 87. And how do we get to 87? It's this gap, okay, 97, and then it's saying 87, but no, it's going to go down even more, I think. Now let's go to the 5. So here we are, where I like to track everyday prices. So we're at 102.50. So resistance is right here, very close to a resistance line I drew a long time ago. Okay, and then Oh, remember when I marked the middle of the trend on the daily? That daily lines up right here, so that's nice. Okay, 113.02, 117.03, and 121.04. I don't want to confuse myself, so I'm just going to remove that 115, but just know that's you get different buy and sell signals on different time frames. So then if we pull back and retrace, this could take us to roughly 97.42, pull back, stop loss 93.35 and 89.47. This gap closes to the south side at 77.88 for the short term. But yeah, so we're going up here and then we'll just roll over again, close out that gap for a pullback. All right, now I'm going to end this video. I don't have a lot of space on my computer. I have a side thing. I don't know what the heck, I forget what it's called. So I have to clean off my desktop. I have a lot of stuff on my desktop. It's nuts. So I'm going to go over later for Trader Murat. Let's see. He bought VRT, S and ANET, and what else? Oh, he says pay attention to VST, KTOS as a strong buy. VST is undervalued and KTOS is overvalued. Good percentage upside. So thank you so much for the heads up. I will make a video soon once everything slows down for me. I think on Thursday everything will be better, but tomorrow I'm going to be super busy too, but I'm going to try to do a couple things. All right, thanks for watching and have a great trading day.